Pearl Ray really done for Bell and Whitley County in 9 years?
Mike Bowling has ideas that will bring jobs to Bell and Whitley counties. Mike Bowling is ready to fight the huge new taxes that Pearl Ray Lefevers in the Kentucky legislature imposed to help fund their special political projects. New taxes which may cost your family as much as $1,500 a year. Mike Bowling ready to serve as your state representative.
And it's time that we got a strong, hard-working individual in the House of Representatives.
The Bell County Bobcats take it 85 yards in 14 plays, with Philip Green taking it over from 2 yards out. The extra point was no good, and Bell County leading it 6-0. Collett to kick off, and he sends this one deep to the goal line. That's Maggard, showing good speed as he runs it right up the gut to about the 23, and Cawood sets up shop 1st and 10.
That time Collett just got a hold of one. Not sure if he had the wind behind him or not. Maggard, if I believe if I were Maggard, I might have just stayed in the end zone, just taken the 20 yards. But like I said, Maggard's a tough kid. He's going to bring it out. He's going to put his hands on the ball just as often as he can and try to do something with it.
Right, now perhaps that might not have made it to the goal line. I believe there is a new rule put into effect a couple of years ago in high school football here in Kentucky that the ball does go to the end zone. It stays. And look, here comes Maggard. They're going to have to hustle to catch him. 40, 30, 20, 10. He is in. Jimmy Maggard has gone 77 yards for 6 points. And look at the Cawood folks are up.
Once again, you had the motion out of the backfield off the wing tee. And that's what it was, basically a handoff going to the far side of the field, the left side. The halfback had it, just kind of gave a forward handoff back to Maggard. He found his seam, the open gap there, got on that outside hip, and it was just a foot race for the touchdown.
Well, Coach Saylor likes it, and his team strikes pretty quickly. That was the old classic ball control drive there, the old 20-second drive. And now trying to come on and tack on the extra point will be Gilpin. Snap is back. The kick is up, and it is through. And the Cawood Trojans now lead this thing 7-6 and hold the phone. A lot of folks, I guess, would figure that maybe Bell County at least a touchdown, maybe a 10-point favorite in this game, but nobody told the Cawood Trojans and Tim Saylor.
I don't think that they listened to anything like that. They just said, well, I don't know what anybody else says. I know what we can do. Coach Saylor has got some confidence up in these kids. They lost the first 4 football games of the season. That was, you would think that maybe Cawood has a down season. And what are they doing right now? They're playing for the district championship, 6 victories in a row. He's got these kids convinced that they can win, and they don't care who's out on the football field.
Well, that was one play, 77-yard drive. Jimmy Maggard showing excellent speed. And, you know, Bill, you and I talked about it. This kid has picked up a couple of steps since last year. We saw him last year as a junior. And I tell you, Jimmy Maggard was rather as a sophomore. And he was tough last year, but, of course, just growing, developing, and so forth. But now that kid can pick him up and lay him down.
I'm not really sure what the change around was last year. I made a remark that he was one of the slower running backs that I'd seen. And then I saw him earlier this year, and I thought, where did he get the speed from? He's done a good job on it. He definitely has picked up a step or 2.
Now Gilpin will try and send it. Green is back deep. This will roll around on the ground. That was 45. Clark had a tough time controlling it. Finally falls on it about the 37. Bell County 1st and 10. One thing you got to notice, though, except for the touchdown drive where they took over on the 15, Bell County's possessions have been on their own 41, and now they're 37. So they have had terrific field position, if that means anything.
It does. To keep the football out in the middle of the field gives you a lot more options when you got your back against the wall. You want to kind of play conservative. This gives you a chance to open it up a little bit.
Backs in the bone as the wideouts will alternate. This time it's Hammond Trees series, and Burnett chugs his way across the 40 to the 41 before he's tripped up by a host of white shirts. Give him a gain of 4 to be 2nd and 6.
Coach Dudley Hilton right now just going to let these guys think about it for a moment, get a play under their belt. Bell County has the power to score. They're currently ranked number 5 in the state of Kentucky. After a 10-game season, they have put 329 points on the boards, an average of 32.9 per game. Quite impressive.
Hammond to the near side, backs in the bone, has called it into his chain. Second back through, that was Lance Burnett. He hit a stone wall about the 42. Will give him a gain of 1, 3rd and 5. Big surge by the Cawood Trojan defense. The guys up front, Jimmy Lee, Eamon Adkins, Scott Brock, Turner, they met him for a gain of just 1, 3rd and 5 now.
We'll see some line stunts, and Cawood has a good crew of linebackers up there.
Collett straight back to throw. And it's too tall, almost intercepted. West had his hands on it, but you've got a flag down. I think we're going to see some interference. Number 45, Clark, was out on the pattern. There was some contact made. I think there may be a question here as to whether this is a catchable ball. Let's see if they pick the flag up. Not sure. And will be pass interference against Cawood.
Pass interference, Cawood.
Well, once the ball's in the air, you cannot make contact with the player. I think that's what they're saying happened on that one.
And with pass interference, it was a 3rd down call. And, of course, this will create the 1st down for Bell County. And that's one of the first big mistakes of this game that has cost either team. Of course, Bell County did turn it over early in the 1st quarter, but Cawood was able to manage only a few plays, 1 1st down, and then was forced to punt. 1st down due to the penalty. It's 1st and 10 Bell County from the 43. Cawood line to gain for the 1st down to 33. We've got 9 minutes left in the 1st half. That was fullback number 33, Joe Humphrey. He's got a bad ankle, Bill, and was not expected to go really much tonight. He plays on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Managed only 2 yards there to be 2nd and 8.
When it comes down to playing for the district championship, you forget about the pain. You play through it.
Hammond to the near side, and the flags fly. Laundry on the field. Let's see what...
That's going to cost Bell County 5 yards. Big number 71 for Bell County, Scott Sizemore, 6'3" senior, coming in at 234, and just got a little, shall we say, anxious and moved on that from his left tackle.
Make it 2nd and 13 as they march him back to the 46. Sizemore, excellent player on the offensive line. He's a 3-year starter for Coach Dudley Hilton. Clock arrested with 8:34 to play.
Now Sizemore going to watch the replay tonight on YMT and wonder why did he have to catch me on that one.
Yeah, they make so many good plays. 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, Collett evades the pressure and pass is incomplete. Hammondtree doing a good job there. Bill, he was coming back to his quarterback. He saw him in a little bit of trouble, but Hammondtree and Collett just couldn't hook up that time.
Well, one of the coaches they have on the Bell County squad, Tommy Greer, was the receivers coach over at Union College. He played his college football at Western Kentucky and came back to Union. And he has the receivers taught well. If you see a quarterback trouble, you come back and help him.
3rd and 13. Got to believe it's a passing down. They'll fake the pitch out. They'll go long. And Hammondtree pulls it away. Cold Iron was all over him, and he comes away with it. I heard this kid could go up and catch him. Seen him playing basketball many times, of course, football as well, but he just went up over Cold Iron and took it away. A gain of some 26 yards down to the 20.
It's not one of those passes you take out of the textbook, kind of came out wobbling. He just went up and took it away, and that's a sign of a good receiver. An excellent catch.
He'll call it 1st and 10 from the 20 as the kind of difficult to pick up the yard markers. Beautiful field here at Bell County, and Maggard makes a big hit on Phillip Green in the left flat. Will give Green a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 17. Let's see. We may have them I guess that's about 17. 2nd and 7, I've called. Cawood with the 1-point lead, and Bell County with the ball. They're knocking on the door again. Another ball control drive. Green off the left side, 5. He's in. Big hole off the left side, Bill. They got behind Joe Hammond-Tree, Scott Sizemore once again, and those fellas just clear out the way.
They gave a new meaning to the word daylight. That time Green just came in, gave that little stutter step when he hit the line, saw the crease open on the outside, kicked in the afterburner, and it was into the end zone untouched.
Now they'll go for 2, and I believe Cawood will take a timeout because they weren't ready for this extra point like this. This will give us a chance to take a break. We've got 7:19 to play, first half. Our score, Bell County 12 and Cawood 7.
Rock and roll is okay, but I prefer rap.
Awesome. Well, wait a second. Shady Acres was supposed to get the Coke, and the frat house was supposed to get the Pepsi.
Coke, Pepsi, what's the difference?
I-24.
This is radical.
For a great selection of boots, you've got to see Hensley's Shoes on Highway 119 between Pineville and Harlan. They've got all the name brands you're looking for in all sizes, styles, and colors. Whether you hunt, work, or play, Hensley's has a boot for everyone. So if you need boots, make a trip to Hensley's Shoes today. With Hensley's everyday discount, you'll be glad you did. That's Hensley's Shoes, your boot headquarters on Highway 119 between Pineville and Harlan.
Don't miss the grand opening of the Highwayman Chevron Food Mart on Highway 15 north of Hazard this Saturday. Register for remote control color TV and other prizes to be given away at 2 p.m.
The world is entering a decade of change. Who will be the first to see what's coming? Who will be the first to say why? Wake up to the 90s with Harry Smith and Paula Zahn on CBS This Morning. First to see it, first to say it.
When you hire a private detective, you expect a professional.
A murder case.
A murder case.
Oh, boy.
Someone you can have confidence in.
Hello?
With a no-nonsense approach. So if you need a private investigator, call Simon & Simon.
Because we do get good results. Yes, we do.
Be sure and ask for AJ.
Simon & Simon, weekdays at 9 a.m. on WYMT.
Do most hospitals seem cold and impersonal? Especially big city hospitals, where you're a number, not a name? At Pineville Community Hospital, we specialize in personal care. We treat you as a person because you are important to us. People caring about people. Pineville Community Hospital, providing quality care to Southeast Kentucky for over 50 years.
Bell County will go for 2 here. That's Green off the left side. He leaps. He's in for 2 more. Philip Green has scored all 14 of Bell County's points, and Bell County leading it 14-7, Bill.
Well, Bell County has done a great job so far. You're looking at a situation whereas they got their hands back on the football. And like I said, Bell County just needs to calm down and do the things that they have done all season long. And this is what they've done. Very, very basic football. They came back that time. They had missed the first point after attempt. They knew they wanted to get a couple of points, or make that couple of points. And it could break down before this football game's over with. That 2-point conversion could weigh heavily into it.
Bell County takes it 63 yards in 9 plays. Philip Green taking it in from 17 yards out. The 2-point conversion also tacked on by Green. He scored all 14 of the Bell County points, and they lead it by 7 at 14-7. Collett preparing to kick off. Maggard standing deep back around his 5 call. It really sent him deep. I believe, Bill, that there's a rule in Kentucky high school football. If that thing does cross the goal line, it is dead. So last time it must not have gone that far. Maggard once again up the middle to about the 23-24, and that's where Cawood will set up shop, 1st and 10.
Well, I'll take your word on the rules there. Every year you come in and you have to kind of check the revision on the KHSAA rule book, and some of the rules I understand why they make the changes, and some of them I really don't. I think that you should have the option on that one right there. Maybe that's why I called it that way.
Big new change in basketball this year. The bonus has been done away with. It's all 2 shots now, and that will occur after the 7th team foul. How about the misdirection? West has it going to the top of your screen. Hard to find as he picks up 7-8 yards close to the 30. Well, he gets across the 30 to about the 31. Let's give him a gain of 8. We'll mark it originally at the 23, so a gain of 8 puts it 2nd and 2, Cawood from the 31.
That's the same type of play that they got the touchdown on, the long touchdown. And when you have the back going one way, you get the motion of your defense going that way, then all of a sudden that you have the release back, and it causes your backside, weak side help sometimes to overcompensate. And when they do that, you have that big gap open, and you saw what Maggard did with it.
No question about it. Now the big fullback, Saylor. Charlie Saylor gets 1st down yardage up to the 34. It'll be a gain of 3, 1st and 10, Cawood. And, you know, Cawood's going to have to keep the ball here a little bit. Maybe even if they don't score, Bill, at least it would give their defense a time to rest. Of course, most of the guys play offense and defense anyway, so I guess they won't get much of an opportunity to rest.
Well, it's a little easier on offense because you know exactly what you have to do and where you're going. Than defense is much more taxing on an individual. On offense, you have some, you know where you're going to, you know where your blocks have to be set, that type of thing. So what they need to do is just really get it back into ball control, because they need to keep that Bell County defense on the field as long as possible.
Good point, and you saw there the ball went free, but it was ruled down. Maggard with a gain of 3 up to the 37. It'll be 2nd and 7. Jim Frazier, Bill Sloan here for WYMT-TV Sports. We've got 6 minutes to play first half. In the double wing. And Cold Iron is smothered for a big loss. They were sending number 11, Danny Saylor, deep. I think they wanted to try and hit him. He was behind some fellas back there, but good pressure. Couldn't pick up who made the sack, but it is a big loss. A loss of some 8 yards on the play back to the 25. It's going to be 3rd and 15, Cawood.
Well, once again, the Cawood Trojans showing that motion in the backfield. They were hoping just to cover that up just for a moment and get somebody going, streaking along. Most likely would have been Saylor, as Cold Iron was just going to go back. And we're sitting here just a moment ago talking about ball control, and all of a sudden, Saylor's going for the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Like I said, you cannot try to second-guess these 2 coaches.
No question. They are a couple of the best. The Cawood Trojans started off the year a little rocky. They dropped 4 straight games to Whitesburg, Everts, Madison Central, and Tates Creek before they got on this 6-game winning streak. The Tates Creek game was interesting. It was a close game. I think the final was something like 26-15. However, it was a 13-7 game with only 6 minutes left to go. Cawood has a 4th and goal on the 2. They're turned away, Bill. And then on the next play, I believe it was Tates Creek, Dan Hicks goes like 96 yards to pay dirt. So, you know, Tates Creek, one of the tough teams in Lexington. Cawood played them tight, and of course Bell County beat them down here.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Jim, before the ball game. The one team that's still dominant in Lexington football is Lexington Tates Creek. But the Cawood Trojans have lost to some good football teams this year. They're not any slouches. Whitesburg, Everts, Madison Central, Tates Creek, all solid, good football teams.
The quick kick, and Maggard will send it to about the 45, and a risky play by Hammondtree. Man, he is the guy with the golden hands. He pulls it away under heavy pressure and could have saved his team some 10, 12 yards there.
Well, Hammondtree that time went in amongst the Wolves to take that one out. I never would have the nerve for that. He just came in. He's sure of his hands. He has good hands, and it's up to him, because if that time on the quick kick, Cawood had got a good roll, it could have put Bell County way deep. Now Bell County once again super full field position.
1st and 10 from the 43. Philip Green dodging his way, but he can't get much yardage. 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll pick up 2 to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 8. The line to gain for the first down would be the 47 of Cawood.
That would not surprise me right now. We saw Collett put it up in the air. Collett is the #2 quarterback according to the ratings in the entire state of Kentucky. He's 94 attempts, 54 completions, only 4 interceptions.
Pretty good numbers. They'll pitch it out to Burnett if he can get a block. Cold Iron came over to cut down the angle and got some good help from Maggard, but Burnett still has the speed to get the first down as he goes into Cawood territory, and is finally stopped around the 45, a gain of 10 as we switch 45s. Bell County with another first down. And you know, the loser of this game turns up pretty tough, Bill, because they're going to have to wind up most likely going to Covington Catholic and taking on that tough team. And for Covington Catholic, they won 2 straight titles in a row, and then of course last year Highlands took the championship. But it would be a tough chore for either of these teams to take them out, you know, right the very first game of the playoffs.
Well, they were talking about going to Covington, and a rough deal going to Covington and playing Covington Catholic. I made the statement it'd be a rough deal going any place in the United States to play Covington Catholic. They are a powerful football team, a good tradition up there. They are always loaded, and you know, they play right on the other side of the Ohio River, and some fine football teams up in Cincinnati. So what they have to do is keep their program super, just to compete with some of those Cincinnati schools.
Sure, and Highlands won't even make the playoffs this year. They lost some 20 seniors. A fullback, that's Humphrey. What a move, 20, 15, 10, 5, he's in. Well, we didn't know if he was going to play tonight or not, but Joe Humphrey, a 184, 5'11 senior, goes 45 yards for 6 points. What a play by Humphrey.
And you're a senior, you're going to come out, like I said, you're going to play with a little bit of pain. That time, 2nd and 3rd and 4th effort, got that touchdown. He was hit in the interior of the line, just able to keep those legs moving. Super job, fell in behind a couple of blocks, and it was Katie bar the doors. Another 6 points for the Bobcats.
And they will go for 2 once again. And they'll pitch it back. Green is trying to get free, can't get there, and the extra point is no good. The flag hits the turf. Let's see while they sort it out. I would have to believe this would be on Bell County, some type of illegal block. It is. It's a clip. You get the referee's signal there. Mr. Andy Kersey with the call. And the extra point will be no good. And Bell County will lead this thing 20-7. Bell County takes it 57 yards in 3 plays as number 33 in the program, number 1 in the heart of the Bell County folks, Joe Humphrey, takes it 45 yards for the touch.
Well, like we were talking about, this is for all the marbles. It's the bragging rights as a district championship. It also gives you a chance to stay at a Covington.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a break right now. We've got 4:10 to play first half. Our score, Bell County 20 and Cawood 7. That's 3.
Hi, I'm Jim Mills Jr. here at Mills Furniture, RJ, Kentucky. We would like you to know if you're in or around Middlesboro, Pineville, Barberville, Corbin, Kentucky. We're your brand name quality sales and service store in southeastern Kentucky. Drive a little, save a lot. Mills Furniture and Appliance, Highway 66, RJ, Kentucky.
On Tuesday, you'll make an important choice. It's not about Democrat or Republican. It's a choice between 2 people. I've fought hard for Kentucky since you sent me to the Senate. I even stood up to the president opposing the budget. I couldn't vote for it because it raised taxes, cut Medicare, and was too easy on the rich. If you're looking for a fresh face, it isn't my opponent. He's been in politics longer than I have. Look at both our records, then decide. I'd sure appreciate your vote to continue our fight for Kentucky.
Don't miss the grand opening of the Highwayman Chevron Food Mart on Highway 15 north of Hazard this Saturday. Register for remote control color TV and other prizes to be given away at 2 p.m.
This promises to be a most extraordinary decade, a time of great change, abroad and here at home. Turn to a news organization with an unparalleled perspective on the world, and one that brings it home and up close. Join Dan Rather and the CBS Evening News, Sherry Sparks, Tony Turner, and the Mountain News team, weeknights. Because the world isn't getting smaller, it's getting closer.
Come dance your way to good health. Join water aerobics class at the Hazard Pavilion. Classes are Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 to 8 p.m. Cost is $250 per person or pay a monthly fee of $20 for 8 hourly sessions. And the newest craze in aerobics is here. It's step training, involving a high-intensity, low-impact workout. Morning and evening classes are available 5 days a week. Cost is $250 per person. For more information, call the Pavilion at 436-4200 or 436-4112. Join today. It's worth your weight in gold.
And Collie now prepares to kick off. And he has been able to put the toe to it, Bill. So the Cawood folks are backing up. Maggard at his 10. 20, 25, 30, getting some good blocks. He crosses the 35 to the 36. Good return. And Cawood now with some of their best field position in this game.
Well, Maggard that time was able to fill the ball up a little bit better, had his momentum going, had his speed going, fell in behind the wedge, picked up a few blocks, and Cawood has a good field position.
And we'll see what the Trojans have to offer in that double wing. Now they'll go into a pro set. Wideouts left and right. Coldiron straight back to throw, getting some pressure. They set up the screen, and Bell County had it smelled out. Blue shirts swarm. Let's see if we can pick up the last man off the pile. Big number 67. That would be Matthew Williams. 5'8", 310 sophomore. Comes away with the stop.
Well, that time he had a bird dog on that one all the way. He knew what was coming. The screen looks like it was going to set up for a moment. Bell County laying off just a little bit. When Coldiron turned, he threw the ball. Bell County on top of it. Good defense.
Cawood 2nd and 14 from their 32. And they'll give it to Maggard once again, as they originally gave it to Saylor, and he gave the ball back to Maggard. A lot of misdirection, and a gain that time of about 3 yards to the 35, and it will be 3rd and 11 now, Cawood.
That's the same play that Maggard broke for the touchdown. They have the quarterback turn around to get the flow going back one way. You're going to either the strong or weak side, the little front handoff. Sometimes they'll fake it, and you got to play up straight. You got to stay